Ava. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. Queen Sugar. This is season 2, episode 16. This was the season finale, y'all. Woo! Y'all, this season was excellent. This episode was excellent. The acting was excellent. The directing was excellent. The writing was excellent. Everything was excellent. It's just black excellence. I made a song, okay? Because Ava DuVernay wrote and directed this episode, guys. So you knew it was going to be top notch. You knew it was going to be on point. When she wrote this episode, she was in the middle of doing A Wrinkle in Time, which you saw the commercial for last night if you watched. And oh my God, I cannot wait till it comes out. But that's neither here nor there. Queen Sugar is... y'all, it's one of the best shows on television. It needs all the awards, all the accolades, all the everything, because it's every freaking thing. Let's go ahead and get started. We open up with Blue playing with his Kenya doll. He's talking to the doll saying that he had to say a bad word. He didn't want to say it. And he was like, well, I overheard them saying that damn girl. And I think they was talking about my mama. This goes to show you that kids pay attention to what's going on. So when you think he is not listening or watching or paying attention to what's going on and what's going on in your house, then you are sadly mistaken. I always tell people to think about what you was thinking about at that same age. So if you knew what was going on, you think your kids don't know what was going on? Violet comes up to him in the field and she starts singing a song, humming This Little Light of Mine. He starts singing along with her, but they both look kind of distracted a little bit from, you know, what's going on with the situation. Nova's at the farmhouse. She's sitting with one of the farmers who decided to stay with Charlie, and they're doing an interview with her friend for the newspaper. That farmer is saying that, I don't know what them people talking about, but ain't nothing wrong with that meal. My stuff is going fine. The machinery works fine. Like, everything's great. I don't see what the issue is. She walks away because Darla shows up to the house. So Darla said she just showed up to get her charger, to get a few things that she needed. She thought she could slip in and out when Ralph Angel wasn't there. And Nova's like, sis, look, you been lying. You can't come up in this house unless Ralph Angel is ready to see you and talk to you. So you need to push until he's here and he want to see you. And she said, I'm sorry, I chose, you know, I thought I was doing what was best for Blue. Because she was like, why didn't you tell anybody? Not even Hollywood and Violet, they the ones who saved you. You know, why didn't you tell anybody? She said, well, I chose what I thought was best for the kid. And she said, you chose lies, girl. That's what you chose. You chose lies. That's never the best thing for the kid, hon. She told Daughter that she does not trust her and she wants to make that clear. She just don't understand why she couldn't tell the truth about Blue. With Charlie, Charlie has made it to Jacob Boudreaux's office and she goes up in the office, and let me tell you something, Dawn Gardner, she did that shit. She went in there and I mean, she was acting. I have never seen somebody emote so much with just facial expressions. Her acting is so internal and I am here for that shit, okay? So she went up in the office and she went off on Boudreaux. He tells her that, you know, he thought, you know, maybe he was a little worried about her next move and her game plan, what was going to be her next move, but it just turned out to be smoke in the end. He cops to the rumors, spreading the rumors about the meal and says that it's working, her business is leaving her, and then he tries to push this partnership with her. They can get together, they can make money, they can take over the South. He says that they can make so much money together in the business if they partner together and make this big time money, okay? Then he starts flirting with her, telling her that she intoxicate him and all of that, and he thinks that he intrigues her. That's why she over there ranting and raving. And she got with him, honey. She told him the end is coming. The way you do business is not right, and the end of that way of business is coming. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month or next year, but it's coming, and you need to get yourself ready, honey. And that ain't blowing smoke. When she said it, I said, girl, you better stab him with your eyes, bitch. Do it, Charlie. Get with him! Because I know that deep down, this is Charlie's pathology. Charlie is going to win. She gonna win. In the end, she gonna win. But it might take a whole lot of Tyler Perry twists and turns before we get to the win. But in the end, she gonna win. So we out in the field with Ralph Angel and another landowner. They're saying that, you know, they use some of... This is crazy to me that you would use the kindness of this family but then abandon them when they need you the most. So anyway, she was saying that they have a son that's in jail. They use Nova's bail fund to help him get out of jail, but now they have to pay for his court costs. So they cannot afford to be with Charlie if her meal is not functioning, if it's not running, if it's not... What's crazy to me is that these people don't have any time to go down there and look. All you had to do was go down there and see that the stuff is running fine. Like one of my commenters last week said that this whole thing could have been solved solved with a Snapchat. Okay, I'm like, this could have been solved with a Snap story that got posted to the news. Like, I don't get it. When she went in there to talk to him, why didn't she record him with her cell phone and put that shit on social media? That's what I would have done. I know we in the country, and I know it's a lot of people may not be on social media, but you can record your Snap story and put that on the news. You can put your Snap story anywhere. You can save that. You can put that stuff out so people can know and see that these people are lying. There's nothing wrong with your meal, because there is nothing wrong with her meal. Like, I don't get it. She said that they have to use their money to help their son, so they're gonna have to pull out, and her brother is pulling out too. She don't want to tell Charlie, and she want him to deal with it. So he was like, I'm gonna deal with Charlie, don't worry about it, or whatever. All the people are starting to pull out at this. Now, over at the mill, Charlie is fielding phone calls. All these different farmers are calling. Everybody's pulling out. She's down to 3 farms, y'all. 3 farms. I am so disappointed in the people that are from St. Joe, Louisiana. I am so disappointed in my home state people. Don't do this. The whole time I'm like, really? Y'all really gonna let rumors and lies discourage you from working with your people? Somebody that's trying to help you to go get price gouged by these other people. I cannot. I am so disappointed with these damn people. So Darla drives up to Violet's house. She's going to pick up Blue, and she sees Blue and Hollywood and Vi outside playing with Blue, and she starts crying, y'all. And so she backs out and she pulls off. You know, everybody thinking the same thing. Don't you get back on that narcotic. I was like, please, God, don't let them have Darla back out here on these drugs, because she seems so determined to work her steps and, you know, all of those things. So I was hoping that she wasn't going back to the host role, y'all. But she pulled off. She was crying. It was a mess. I felt so bad for her. At the house, Hollywood gets a phone call. Now, this phone call is from when he went and did the deposition from the fire that happened on the rig. Y'all remember when we thought he was dead, okay? So that whole thing. So they call him and tell him that they settled. Now, I'm like, I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. Like, what's going on? Like, for a minute, I thought maybe he had lost his job or something. I'm not sure. But then when he said something about the deposition, I was like, okay, it got something to do with the case. When they called him, they told him they settled for triple the amount of money that they thought they were going to settle for. So basically, Hollywood got off the phone and he's rich AF. Wasn't it cute that his name was Hollingsworth or something like that? I was like, oh, the Hollingsworth. That's real cute how you got Hollywood from that. He's rich. He told Vi, baby, we rich. She like, what do you mean? I know we got a little money, you know what I'm saying? But nah, boo, we rich. Like, oh my God. So they sitting on the porch and they like, oh, you know, well, this what it feel like to be rich. And then he starts talking to her about how much he loves her, about how much people want what they have. And he wants to be with her for the rest of his life. Y'all, this proposal to me was just so grown. It was so like fitting for the situation, because they're 2 grown-ass adult people who done been married before. You know, she's quite a bit older than him. I want to say she probably about 10 to 15 years older than him, because he don't look like he that young, like he in his 40s or his very late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s type of situation, and she in her 50s, almost 60. You know what I'm saying? So they grown. They done been through some stuff, and you know, my mama, like, for example, my mama said she ain't get married no more, okay? She said she ain't get married no more. Because, I mean, after a certain age and after you've been married like 2 times, you know, you don't want to go all through that all again. So it's a big step for an older woman to take, or anybody to take, after they've been married a couple of times. And I ain't never been married, and I know that. He says that he wants to be with her forever on paper. And y'all, he says, would you consider marrying me? She was thought about it, because she was like, well, you know how I feel about that, and you know, but she said, baby, of course, yes, I'll marry you. Black, love, black, love, black. I was here for it. I love it. Oh my God. Jesus, ain't get married, y'all. You can still find love. I love them because it gives us all hope, especially old bitches like me. None of y'all won't hook me up with your cousin, so maybe I can find me in Hollywood someday. You know, maybe I will meet this wonderful man. He will come to me someday. I don't know when that day gonna be. But it's still hope, even though Hollywood ain't a real person. So they go to Nova's house, and Nova has a little small engagement party. It was so nice that she said, with all the drama going on at the mill and everything going on, I didn't want to let this slip through the cracks. So they have like a small, intimate family gathering. Blue is there. You know, they talking and they drinking and talking about stories, telling the story about Roberta. Y'all remember when Roberta said, Hollywood, I know how you got your name. Because they say when the lights go off, you ready for action. Roberta, wouldn't that be when the lights come on? You would be ready for action because wait, that don't... Like she said, Roberta had the most tired one-liners ever in the history of thoughtism. So Remy comes to the party next, and he says that Charlie can't come. You know, she got some things going on at the mill, but she did send Vi a big old bouquet of flowers, and so she was happy about that. Nova is back there washing dishes, and he goes back there to talk to Nova and talking about the food she made. It was so good, and, you know, Vi taught her how to make the food. Just having a nice little family chat. They haven't really been on screen together that much at all this season, so it was weird. It was different, an interesting coupling to see them talking to each other. The conversation gets a little bit more serious. You can tell they see that they have some things in common, okay? They talk about the love that Violet and Hollywood share, and how Nova thinks that a love like that is still possible to find, you know, because he says it's so rare, it's damn near impossible to find, and she's like, well, I think you can find it. He reaches out and he touches her hand at one point, and then they hug each other, and when they hugged each other, child, it was a little fire. I said, wait a minute. This hug is a little bit too long, girl. You about to break girl code, bitch. Don't you do it. Because y'all know Nova got that sauce. She is saucy. And the men love her. Girl, sis, I don't know. You can't be doing that, girl. So they had a little moment. So I guess they're going to explore. This is going to be explored next season. Back at the house, Charlie, this scene was every fucking thing to me, okay? I'm sorry. Excuse my French for the saints that's in the comments. But let me tell you. Charlie is at the house and Ralph Angel comes to the house. Now Charlie is staying off in the space. I am working on the master. She is thinking of a master plan. And let me tell you something. Charlie was giving me face. She was giving me contemplation. She was giving me my boss to the fullest. Okay, so Ralph Angel comes to the house. They talk about the Boudreaux and the Landrys and the rumors that they spread. And Charlie says, I'm down to 3 farms. The money that's supposed to be made from them farms, if I don't make that money, it's over for me. Queen Sugar, the sugar mill is going to close. She has a plan. She says that what they need to do, it needs to be internal fight. They need to be stealth. They need to get in there and do what they need to do. This reminded me of Underground so much so because a lot of times you have to play dumb because they already think you dumb. They underestimate you. When they underestimate you, you have an advantage. They think you're not smart enough to complete whatever plan you trying to put forth, and that way it makes it a little bit easier for you to execute your plan. A lot of times that's what the slaves did because the people underestimated them. The masters and the slave owners underestimated them. So a lot of times they could go forth with their plans. They were covert with it. They were stealth, and they, you know, went undercover. So that's basically her plan, and it's going to be one they never saw coming. So she tells Ralph Angel that he needs to take his sugar and go mill with the Landrys, and Ralph Angel's like, what the hell you talking about, girl? I'm not finna take my stuff. And she was like, do you trust me? Have you thought this through? Boy, I thought this through. Backwards, upside down, forwards, every single way you can think of. I've thought of it. You want some Don Corleone shit. She was like, and that bitch was like, do you trust me? He was like, yeah, I'm down with this shit. I was like, yeah, Ralph Angel, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You ride with the fam, okay? He don't even know what the plan is, child, but he say he down with it. So guess what? We gonna band together and we gonna take these people down, honey. We taking them down to the white meat. Their life is gonna crumble. They about to blow up 3rd season. She about to blow their ass up, okay? I cannot wait. I can't wait. God, I can't wait. She also says at the end of the conversation, she wanted to let him know that she was proud of him with everything that's been going on. He has stepped up to the plate, and she wanted to let him know that she loves him and she gonna have his back. That's why she fired Darla, because she wanted him to know where her loyalties lied and not have any questions about it. At first he was like, yeah, but then his face was like, oh, but she delicate though, so now I got to go find. She might be back on that though. So Remy comes to the mill and Charlie is there. She walking around and she like, damn, when he shows like, you can tell she like, he come with his old hate dad. So she walking around and he shows up at the mill and he's trying to help her. He said he's going to go to every single farmer and meet with that farmer who pulled out and talk to them. And Charlie is like, listen, I have a plan. My business is gonna close. I have a plan. I'm gonna put that plan in action. I told Ralph Angel to go and mill with the Boudreaux. And she basically gives him a little bit of shortened version of what she told Ralph Angel. But Remy is not happy about it. He says, so you mean to tell me you worked all this time, put all this stuff together, got these trusts of the people, and now you're going to do this? How you think the farmers are going to feel about what you've done? And right here, I ain't going to lie, I felt like she was low-key justified in saying what she was saying when she was like, forget them. You know what? The farmers left me. They left me on the word of a white man lies. So I don't care about the community, okay? She out here throwing meal festivals and honoring queens and trying to help the community and build the community up. And at the first sign of trouble, everybody turned their back on her. So she's like, the community have told me how they felt about me. Remy was like, you right. You right. I mean, you are right. You don't need to do it like this. You don't need to do it like this. You're making a deal with the devil. You don't know what you're doing. Charlie was like, listen, I am tired of trying to prove myself to you all the time. Either you trust me or you don't trust me. Which one is it? And he says he don't trust her. And he left. She was looking at him like, bye, nigga. This is my thing with him. Him and her, like we've been saying, y'all, they ain't gonna work. Okay? He is constantly belittling her. He is constantly morally trying to check her on some moral shit, but he ain't never turned to them farmers and called no meeting and said, why y'all walked out on this woman who been trying to help you? It's like he don't really have her back like that. Okay, and I'm not here for that. So I didn't appreciate him. He came out very machismo. He came out very chauvinistic. I did not like it at all. I understand that he's trying to protect her, but Charlie is a grown-ass woman, okay? This is a grown woman, a business woman, and he don't want no alpha female. And to be honest with you, if they put him with Nova, that ain't gonna work either, because Nova know how to cook. Yeah, she might be a little more domesticated than Charlie is, but at the same time, Nova is a passionate person. She cares about the cause, and she will dump your ass if you interfere with her and she trying to do what she needs to do. That ain't gonna work either, child. Remy need him somebody who gonna go home and sit down. He needs him a Violet. That's his age. He left and I wasn't even upset about it. He's really acting like a butthole. And when everything works out in her favor, which it will, you know, even if that's gonna involve having help from him, but it's all gonna work out in the end. And when it does work out, he gonna be trying to get back, or he gonna have to come back and apologize, because I don't like the way he treats her. I don't like it. I don't like it. What do y'all think about this Remy and Charlie relationship? Ain't no more Remy. No, ain't no more Remy and Charlie, because he was on some bullshit and I don't like it. I'm glad Charlie finally stood up for herself and said something and stopped letting this man berate you and belittle you like you ain't shit and you just been divorced for 5 minutes, child. Ain't nobody got time to be living up to his unrealistic ass standards and letting their business close down because he want to go sit down and have a meeting with a damn farmer, child, who ain't even got time to walk out there, to go out there and see the meal and see if anything is wrong with the meal, or they just believe in whatever people tell them. Child, who got time? For Remy. So Nova is also playing her own part and trying to help her sister out, get this narrative out. So she's at home. She's writing a op-ed piece about Trump's America, racism, and all of that stuff. So she sends it to her editor with a note that said, you know, I want you to consider this on a slow news day. It could be an editorial piece. It's just something different from me. And about, you know, a little bit later on, he emails her back and said, girl, this is one of the best articles I have ever read in my entire life. It's going front page op-ed. I think this is a nod to Dr. Dubois, because although she may not be national headline making person like he wanted her to be, she is stepping outside of just her little small box and trying to, you know, embrace more. And this front page is really going to highlight her as a writer. So I feel like Nova is finally going to come into her own, on her own, the way that she wants to do it. I appreciated that moment for her, that she got a little bit of joy and a reward for, you know, the hard work that she has done. Meanwhile, Ralph Angel is everywhere looking for Darla. He stops by the therapy session. Darla's sponsor says yes, she's living with her, but she decided to go out for the night, and she said she wouldn't be back to the next day because she needed to be alone. So Ralph Angel immediately starts to get upset. He thinks that she's at the crack house or back on the host roll. So he started going visiting all the dope houses and the whole houses in the whole town, asking for her. Y'all, when he asked for Darla and then he said, well, what about Star? I was like, ooh, I know it had to hurt to do that, you know, but I appreciate the fact that even though they're going through something, that he still took the time to go and find her. That is the mother of his child, y'all. And as much as we be saying Darla is canceled, she is blue mama. So, like, you know, we can't beat up on her too bad. People make mistakes. People do things that they regret. The lie was big, okay, but Darla ain't gonna disappear. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, he not never gonna have to deal with her again. So, it's very honorable that he went out there to find her. and would look through every crack house, y'all. And I think he got a better idea of what she went through, the situations that she was in, you know, the state that she was in to be in them places. He went all over. He did not find her. He finally found her swimming at the YMCA or whatever. He goes to the pool and she's swimming back and forth. This scene was so powerful, guys. I mean, wow. Kofi really did it. Like, he has really changed over the season, y'all. We call him immature, we call him childish, and we call him everything child at the beginning of the season. But now look at him. He is a fully formed, grown man, and I am here for it. So he comes to the pool and Darla is swimming. Y'all, this piece of hair just will not lay down, child. But anywho, she get out the pool and he's basically telling her that, you know, he's done things that are wrong. He's done things that was messed up. But out of all the things that he's ever done, he never lied to her about anything, and he never thought that she was a liar. I was crying the whole time, so I missed some of it, y'all. He was basically saying that I will never trust you again. I never thought you would lie to me. And she was like, well, how was I going to tell you? I mean, it really, how was she going to tell him? He said, well, all you had to say was, I'm pregnant and I don't know if it's yours. To be honest, I was like, homeboy got a point. Although it would have been hard, although it would have been hurtful, it would have been much less hurtful at that time than doing it now. And I think that she didn't do it partly because she was scared, partly because of selfish reasons. I mean, because he was like, you let me hold you, you told me it was mine, you let me be excited, you let me, you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff, and you knew that whole time that and I think we pretty much established that he's not Blue's father, because they haven't said possibly at all. I think she might have just said possibly to make him feel better, but she know that's not his son. Or not, because she did say something later on that made sense. So anywho, he says that he cannot be with her anymore because he don't trust her. He can't be in a relationship with somebody he can't trust. And the level of trust that she has in Ralph Angel is amazing to me, because in real life she would have been like, all right, cool. It would have been emotional and she would have took Blue back home with her mama. But she says, can you take him for a while? And he says, of course. So she was like, you can't stop Blue. Don't turn away from him. You can turn away from me. You can leave me, but do not turn away from Blue. I'm begging you, don't do it. When he said he might not have my blood in his veins, but he is the blood in my veins, I hollered. I screamed, child. It was everything. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. So he told her that. So we know he gonna ride or die for Blue, and that's great. She was sad. He was like, what are you gonna do? She said she gonna go back home. She gonna try to get herself together. When Ralph Angel said, God bless you, Darla, I mean that. I said, I was about to lose it. Bitch, I was in full tears. I was like, y'all gonna give me all the tears, all the emotions, all the feelings. I cannot take this. I can't. So Ralph, Angel, and Darla are finito. So sad. Maybe he'll get back with the teacher next year. So Charlie goes to visit Jacob Boudreaux. Now we know she is acting within acting, okay? Because she is full of shit when she's selling this man. And like I said, she's playing dumb, playing to the fact that he's underestimating her. So she tells him that they could make a formidable team together. She apologizes for the way that she acted before and said that she was just, you know, she was filled with ego. But now she sees her eyes are open, and what does he want? So he says he wants a partnership, but she says no partnership. You gonna buy the meal outright. That threw me off. Why would you let them buy the meal? Okay, but I feel like she gonna take all of their shit at the end. Okay, I'm like, she gonna take every meal they have, because you're not gonna let them buy your meal unless you're gonna try to take everything they got. So I don't know. Even he was like, what? She explains that she hasn't been there for her son. It's a lot of things that she messing up on. So, you know, she's going to still remain in control in the operations, and they're going to leave the black farmers alone, and they're going to have a percentage. She's going to be salaried, and they're going to get a percentage plus the equity, like an equity. So I don't know if she's still playing the game. But then when Boudreaux took her hand and he said, well, what about the other arrangement? My thing is, bitch, you ain't asked me to the movies. You ain't asked me on a date. You ain't asked me to take a walk, and you talking about grabbing my hand like I'm just supposed to bend it over and bust it wide open. Okay, I'm like, no, this on some fetish stuff right here. I don't appreciate that. And y'all know they family owned the family during slavery. No, God, absolutely not. He's gross to me, and I want to throw up. But she takes his hand, and she was like, one step at a time. So like I said, I don't know if she gonna screw him, but she's damn sure gonna lead this white man on, y'all. So I don't know. Charlie stepping into some dangerous water. I trust her. I trust her just like Ralph Angel. Now, I like Remy because, you know, we family. We gonna ride or die, okay? Charlie is my cousin. I feel like she my cousin since I'm from down the street in Louisiana. I thought that was really gross. I'ma ride with her though, cause I'm like, but they toasted. But it was like a Olivia Pope, I'm switching to the dark side ass moment, and I was like, oh shit, this is about to be a Tyler Perry season. Next season, we gonna see the have and the have-nots. So we gonna see what happened. At the end of the episode, Ralph Angel comes to pick up Blue and he brings him to the car, and Blue was like, where were you? You can tell that Blue knows something is wrong. He knows something is not right. He's wondering, he didn't say it, but he's basically saying, why I thought you left. I mean, he was basically in a nutshell saying, well, I thought you left, but he didn't say those actual words. Ralph Angel begins to tell him how he got his name. So he says that, well, he says, do you know how you got your name? And Blue says, my heart. And then Ralph Angel says, no. Aunt Violet told him once, when she was a little girl, that she was in school, and this girl in school told her that, you know, this color was the same thing as your name. And she was so happy because she never thought or imagined that her name could make something so beautiful. So he thought about, he wanted to give his child a name that was unique, that's something nobody ever had, because he goes through a list of the family names, you know, that they were going to name him Preston, and they go through a list of names, and he says, but I want to give you your own name, something that was individual to you. And he says the name rhymes with my mom's name, which is true, Trudy, is Blue. And he said blue is pure. Blue because it's a color, okay, just like Violet. So I named you after the two women in my life who always supported me and believed in me. And I was like, oh my God. He said, blue is pure, blue is the sky, blue is the ocean. I said, oh my God, this was beautiful. Woo, child, I lived, honey. You understand me? And Blue looked up at the moon with his sweet face, and he just leaned over and fell asleep. And that's where we left off. You notice that we started the episode with Blue and we ended the episode with Blue. I have questions. I need the answers. Queen Sugar is excellent TV. There is not even words I can use to describe how wonderful this show is. Ava DuVernay and Oprah Winfrey, I thank you personally for having this on TV. These regular people living their regular lives. My predictions for season 3 is that I think Charlie and Davis are going to get back together. If not for real, for a little bit. Because her and Remy closing that door is leaving that door open for Davis. Because we saw Davis evolve. I love the fact that the main characters on this show are nuanced and have layers, because we could have just threw Davis away as a rapist and a dog ass nigga, but he's actually a good father. He's actually, not the most horrible person in the world. He just did a horrible thing, okay? So, and he's coming to terms with that and dealing with himself in that way, okay? He's not continuing to be a womanizer, which is a good thing, and thinking about that since he done lost his whole family, okay? Now you can have a little perspective. So I definitely think we're going to see him again in 3rd season. Him and Charlie maybe rekindling something. I think it's going to be more from Micah. I kind of missed him this episode. We didn't see him or Kiki this episode. But I think it's going to be much more in store for his storyline next season. I think Ralph Angel is going to spend some time alone next season. I don't know if Darla is coming back right away. I don't think she's going to be here for next season, to be honest with you. I think they've disposed of her for next season. Maybe she have something else she's working on or whatever. But I think Hollywood and Violet are very happy, so that you already know something bad gonna happen, y'all. Just prepare your spirit, okay? So I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I hope it's good. Y'all, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments, because this show was excellent. I mean, just excellent. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to share your video. Y'all, I have 999 subscribers. Once I get 1 more subscribers, we gonna come up with a name for ourselves. Start thinking. What you want the name to be? What y'all want to be called? The A's? I don't know, child. Let's come up with something together, okay? Once I hit my 1K subscribers, I'm gonna do a little celebration video. It's party time. Hey. Oh, it's party time. Y'all have a blessed week. I will see y'all for the next season of Queen Sugar. Holla at ya. Peace.